Welcome everybody to our Big Brother 17 show right here on You Now. If you guys aren't, make sure you become a fan. Just click on the little Become a Fan button up there, or the man with the plus head. That is a great way to help support our shows. Of course, you can see all of our Big Brother 17 content over at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB17. Interviews with the past house guests, flashback times, and so much more. If you guys are watching on YouTube, thumbs up and subscribe. That really helps support our shows. Plus, you can click on all these buttons. And if you're listening in iTunes, 5-star rating and a nice review is a great way to help support us too. Of course, check out Patreon if you want to support us financially. Now, you guys, get ready. It's going to be such a great show. Want to remind you, if you guys want to tweet questions to Mel, tweet them to me at Reality Recaps with the hashtag YRRLive, and we will pull them up on the screen. And of course, don't forget to square up our megaphone when we get Mel on, which, by the way, is right now. Hi, Mel.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You excited? Are you excited for tonight's show?
I am.
Yay! All right, you guys, start sending us your questions. Go ahead, megaphone, square up arrow, tweet out, let everybody know what we are doing. But, Mel, I don't want to bury the lead. I have to get right to the hard-hitting question off the bat, and it is favorite color beanie on Vanessa. Go.
Well, I definitely did like the blue one. I just don't know why she wore it every day. But that's actually a question I need to ask her. But I do like the maroon one right now.
You like the maroon. I have a feeling it is because Vanessa is going to start a knit hat company when she gets out. And we have to think of fun names for it.
Okay.
That is what we have to do. Okay, now, so many people want to know, too, before we get into all the Big Brother stuff, everyone here at Reality Recaps, we're all pet lovers. We all love doggies, and we all saw your guys' doggies on your video message to Vanessa. What are their names, and what kind of dogs are they? Everybody keeps asking me.
So there's one, the biggest dog, the brown one. Mm-hmm. Her name is Bear. She's a Cane Corso, an Italian Mastiff.
Oh.
And we have, sorry, my voice. Oh. Then we have Maverick, who's a lab. She's white. And we basically got Bear together about a year and a half ago.
Oh, you got them together. Oh,
yeah.
That's cute. Now, are you, like I am, a gay? So my dog is my child. Now, are they like your children? Are they spoiled? Are they like ruling the house? Yeah, I know. It's so cute. Yeah. I love it. I totally love it. All right. So actually, you know what? I want to go first to a voicemail because I think this is good. I think this is going to set the tone for the show. So here is a voicemail for you, Mel.
Hi, Mel. This is Kim from Kim is Bored. I just wanted to say that by watching the feeds, you can see how much Vanessa truly loves you. And I wanted to know if you can tell us something about her that we might not know. Thank you.
So do you have any good Vanessa's stuff that we don't know? What can you tell? You got to give us one juicy
she's pretty much said a lot on the show that you guys pretty much know everything. But,
what about what's a good Vanessa thing we want to know? How about what's her favorite thing to do when, like, clearly she loves reality TV. What's her favorite thing to do besides reality TV and poker? We'll take poker off the table.
Well, we definitely do love hiking. That's our number one thing that we love doing. Uh-huh. We definitely love to just hang out and always be with the dogs. Mm-hmm. We love definitely making music, producing music, DJing is our number one thing that we actually love doing. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I love it. Now, how has it been for you watching Vanessa play this game? I mean, I know that you are proud of her, obviously, but I mean, what is it like having to watch it from the outside in and, watching how it all unfolds in front of you?
Well, from the beginning, I was really happy. Everything was going really well until, there was a lot of haters going on, and like it was really, really hard to watch, especially when, it's starting to become hate in the house as well. I feel like I couldn't watch the live feeds anymore, so I sort of like backed away, and but I started realizing that there's a lot more love out there than hate. Or maybe I'm just blocking out the hate and liking more the love, and just, looking at the bigger picture. I know Vanessa, personally. I know that everything, all the hate that's being said out there is not true. So there's nothing to be, worried about or sad about, because, I just don't believe it.
Right. Look, I think people realize they get a lot more reaction from hate than just being, nice. So I think that's a huge reason sometimes why people do it.
Right.
Now I want to know, which BB17 house guest are you most excited to meet once this season's over? Like, who? It's wrap party. You guys are all hanging out. Who are you most excited to go say hi to and get to know a little bit better?
Well, I have been talking a lot to Audrey. I have a great connection with her. I think that she's one of the person who's very real. She's one of the person who I'd love to meet. And other than that, I'd love to meet Steve. Steve looks really fun, cute, and he seems to like my girlfriend.
Well, now let's talk about this a little, Mel, because Steve might have us worried here for a second. We heard before the feeds went down, Steve was talking to himself, and he said, Vanessa's gonna regret doing all this work keeping Johnny Mac and I in the game. Do you think Steve might be going after Vanessa this week?
He definitely could. I mean, she is, they're kind of like on the same level, intelligence-wise, they sort of had that same kind of game going. But, I mean, who knows? I personally think, and I'm usually always right about this, that Vanessa will definitely win the POV and save herself. She doesn't need anybody.
She wins it when she needs to. She won it this week. She didn't need to. It's like, what are you doing, Vanessa? You were in a good spot. Okay, here's a great question from Giselle on Twitter. And she says, being in a relationship with a professional game strategist, do you guys ever even bother playing games together? Because are you afraid you're going to lose?
We actually really do. We have a lot of games here. And we love inviting people over and having game nights. And we love playing games together.
Did Sloppy Deb, and I'm sorry, I know I'm like firing questions at you, but there's so many people in the chat room, and I want to try and get to as many questions as we can, because they are all here for you, and most people ever so far on a show, so you got a lot of Vanessa fans. Sloppy Deb wants to know, Mel, did you ever watch Big Brother before this season?
No, I haven't, actually. I just, watched a lot of seasons all at once, and sort of like got the whole like concept of the whole game before I actually had no idea how Big Brother even worked. And so it was kind of like a big deal, but I caught on to it. So no, I actually didn't.
Well, I think it's like a bug. It's like it's going to get under your skin. Like next year, you're going to be like, ooh, I want to watch it. And I think it'll be more fun for you next year when it's not, unless it's All Stars and then Vanessa's totally back. Sorry, I hate to tell you. You might lose it for two. Okay. You might lose it for 2 summers. But if you get $1 million out of it, I think it's pretty good. Bra Trafan over on Twitter says, Vanessa has made this year's feeds so good for me. Do you think that she's going to interact with the fans once the season is over?
100% she will. And she's already had, poker fans. She knows the way, it all works. So I know that she's definitely going to interact with you guys. And I will definitely give her some good feedback about you guys for sure.
Yeah, I think I do think Vanessa will. I think she seems like a player who is going to interact with fans once it's over. I feel like right now she's so much in the game. Now,
oh, she's game mode 100%.
Right. So to that point, would you say, and I hate this, so this is a horrible example, but I didn't think this question through enough. Because I hate when people at all compare Big Brother to real life. Big Brother is not real life. It is a game for money, and the rules are lie, cheat, and steal and kill and get to the end. But would you say that the way Vanessa is playing this game is kind of the way she is in real life, or it's the way she maneuvers through life, if that makes sense? I know that's horrible because I just contradicted exactly what I said, but is this a Vanessa that you recognize playing this game, or is it more of a very strategic, focused Vanessa playing this game?
I see more like a game mode. Vanessa's not, normally this serious. Vanessa's a lot of fun outside of the house. Right. She loves to have fun. She knows when to be serious. But Vanessa is like a workaholic. She loves working, loves learning new things. And I would say right now, she's definitely into game mode. I've definitely seen it in the outside world. Is that how she is every day? No. She's a lot of fun.
What are you guys gonna do if Vanessa wins? Is there any like splurge? Is there any, if you win this game, we're going to do this as soon as you get out? No?
No, we actually didn't think, we didn't really talk about what we would do with the money. I've just heard her talk on the live feeds what she would do. And that would be probably, getting our wedding ready.
Oh, now she does not know that gay marriage is legal yet.
I know.
This is going to be very
good news.
Exciting. This is going to be very exciting. Yeah. I can't wait to see how it works out. All right. Well, we'll wait for our invite. I'll send you our address later. Pebbles Louise on Twitter says, if Vanessa could choose who to take to the final two, who do you think she will choose? And then, who would you want her to choose? So basically, if Vanessa could pick anybody that's left right now, let's just say, I'm going to guess that, well, I won't guess. So we'll say everybody in the house can stay in the house that we last saw. Who do you think she would bring to final two, and who would you want her to bring to final two?
You mean including Austin?
Well, yeah, okay. That's what I was trying not to be spoilery for all the people in the room, but hey, we don't know for sure, everybody. That's just our guess. It's just our guess.
Okay, so who do I think she would bring would be Austin and Johnny Mac. You think very well could be.
So to final two, you think she would want to sit next to Austin and or Johnny Mac?
I pretty much think that, it could be a big possibility.
And who would you want her to bring?
Who do I want her to bring? Steve and Johnny Mac.
Steve and Johnny Mac. Okay, interesting. So now, what are your thoughts on watching Johnny Mac? We think he's like a big Muppet. He's all the time, and a little scary. Wouldn't want him to be my dentist. Wouldn't want it. He's a little too shaky. But what are your thoughts of his relationship with Vanessa? They were against each other for a while. Now they seem to kind of be working together, or they were until we found out, no, Johnny Mac actually says he's playing Vanessa now. So what are your thoughts on Johnny Mac at the moment?
Well, at the beginning, I wasn't a big Johnny Mac fan because he was gunning for Vanessa so hard, and I was like, why? Mm-hmm. But I think he's really funny. I think he's just a personality that not everyone kind of understands.
Right.
And as me, I just don't necessarily I can't read him. I really, really, and I'm a very good people reader. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty much as good as, but right. There's just something about him. I just can't read him.
And Vanessa has said that on the show. So do you think that's kind of her take on it too? Like she doesn't know how to read him? Because I see sometimes she's like, is he just not all there? Like, is he not getting it? But we know he's a super fan. But then other times she wants to work with them. So do you think she probably feels the same way about
She probably does. Oh yeah, she probably means it. And we usually could read the same things on people. And he's hard. I mean, if you can read this guy, I give you props.
It is hard to read him. It definitely is hard. Hilm Naya in the chat room, and I'm seeing a lot of people say this, wants to know, would you and Vanessa ever do Amazing Race together?
Well, she has spoke about it, and I would love to do the Amazing Race. I mean, I think it would be a good combo. She would be the brains, I'd be, the physical, and I think we would work really great together.
So, you probably shouldn't put these tips out into the world. But that being said, is there anything you wouldn't want to do? Are you afraid of heights? Are you not are you claustrophobic? Are there any Amazing Race challenges which might be, you'd be nervous about?
I'd probably be very, I would say I am afraid of heights, but I always go for it. I mean, I never risk it. I just go and whatever happens, happens. And, but that would be a big challenge.
Well, I will give you a tip. Here you go. This is free for you guys and everybody watching. If you guys do Amazing Race, you want to bring flashcards and you draw pictures on them of an airplane, a car, like a taxi, a boat, because in other languages, then you don't need to know their language. You just show them the flashcard, like plane, and then they can bring you to the airport, or taxi, and they'll bring you to it's a tip.
That is smart.
And I got all the Amazing Race tips for you. Believe me, we got them. Door8888 in the chat room wants to know, what is the big surprise that you talked about in the HOH letter? And I'll remind you, you can be funny here, because don't give the real answer. Unless you want to. If you want to give the real answer, you can give the real answer. What's the big surprise in the HOH letter you mentioned?
I'll just say the real answer. I think a lot of people kind of know what's going on. I'm not sure. But anyways, Vanessa has been talking a lot on the feeds about, proposing, and she is describing her ring. And so I took that, into consideration, and whatever she said, whatever ring she was describing, I actually went to go get it done. And so I'm going to pick it up on Friday, and hopefully after the show I will give her that surprise.
So you're gonna propose after this? That's me. I think you're gonna have to film it. You're gonna have to film it a little bit. You just have to film it. You have to give us a little. Will. Okay. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, we're not kidding now. We really want an invitation. We need an invitation. Chat room's going crazy for it. Chat room is loving it. Best news ever. You're getting hundreds of congratulations. Yay. We've lost all of the questions. They are loving it. Yes, congrats. Everybody loves it. Okay, now we've seen Vanessa play a lot of games, a lot of challenges this season. A question I see a lot for you is there anyone that you were like, ooh, I wish I could get to play that challenge, or that looks really fun. I wish I would have get to be there and play and do that type of a challenge in the house.
I don't remember the name of it. It was an endurance comp. I think I'd be great at those. It was the one on the wall that she actually didn't play.
The one, okay, now, here's the other thing about our show.
The water, the birds.
Oh, with the birds hitting you.
Yes.
And you have to stay on. Are you smaller than Vanessa? Those are really good for people that are short.
I'm 5'2".
Oh, you nailed it then. Yeah. You would do good at that one.
Yeah.
I would totally have trouble doing, I don't know. Those birds were swooping low for the guys. I was kind of like,
no, I thought it would be very interesting doing that challenge.
It would. It's fun. I mean, Big Brother challenges are definitely fun. And this season, I love that they've kind of mixed them up. And I think they definitely brought back some old ones, but they kind of put a twist on them. Jasmine Cheyenne in the chat room says, what did you think of Vanessa in her disguise outfit for the Ariana Grande concert? Did you like the purple hair?
Well, I actually think it was, I've already seen Vanessa with dark hair.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole purple thing going on, I thought it was pretty hot. But, I do love Vanessa blonde. I think I'm just used to her. There was one picture of her that was like, my God, she's hot.
Yeah, so you liked it. You were a fan. You're a fan of the dark hair.
I was definitely a fan, yes.
Is blonde Vanessa's natural hair color?
No, she's brunette.
Oh, she is brunette. Okay.
Yeah.
Jennerific in the chat room says, Mel, do you think that Vanessa is gonna, and I'm gonna change it up on you a little bit, Jen. Do you think that Vanessa's gonna own her game when she gets to the end of the game? Like, do you think she's going to say, like, I made this move, I made that move, I did this? Because, for example, like with the James eviction, she seemed a little bit kind of like, oh, I don't really want to do this, but like, we know that she was an influence in those game moves that happened. So do you think she's going to tell the jury, like, yes, I made this move and that move? Or do you think she might not do that?
I don't know. It's definitely 50-50 because I'm not even sure she knows. Sometimes she'll do like, we'll be watching on the outside and say like, wow, she did a great move. I don't even know if she realized that she actually maybe did that move. So, you know, I don't know if she actually sees it all. So
yeah. I think it's hard when you're in the house, obviously, to know how you're being perceived and what's really going on. I like this season, and I mean it in a respectful way, of that you really don't know where a lot of the people left stand. Like, it's hard for me to know what Vanessa is going to do. It's hard for me to know what Johnny Mac is going to do. Like we saw, he was Team Steve, then it seemed like he was on Vanessa's side, then he's back to not on her side. Vanessa's putting up Austin and Liz, but then we don't know, but we're gonna go with, is willing to vote out Austin. So it's kind of crazy to be like, which way is it all going this season? And I think it's fun.
Really hard to follow.
It is hard to follow, but it's fun, and I think that's what makes this season a lot of fun. Why do you, well, I guess you kind of already answered it, but I see a lot of people saying, do you know why Vanessa wears her beanies so much? Is there any like symbolism behind it, or do you think she just likes the way she looks in them?
I actually think that I actually don't know the real answer to it. It was nothing said before she left. I would possibly think that it could be, maybe her roots growing out and, something about like, doesn't want to like fix her hair, bad hair day, puts her beanie. Or, I've heard like it's kind of cold in the house, so they put the beanie. I don't know. There's no real reason why she puts it. I guess it's her look now.
Yeah, well, it's definitely going to be her look now. Somebody sent me, and I apologize, chat room, I forget who it was, but somebody sent me like what each color of the beanies mean. And I want to say the one that she wears the most was for like the strategic planning, or it was something along those lines. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that's why she is doing that. That would be interesting. Amanda503 in the chat room wants to know, are you a Clelly fan? Because it seems like Vanessa is.
I definitely was a big fan of them. I think Shelley was a very strong female competitor. I thought that, they would be a great, duo together. They would have been really, really good. And Clay was very good as well. And I have nothing bad to say about them. I like them.
Good. Okay. Giselle BB17 says, Vanessa's gameplay is great to watch. Every move seems so calculated. That said, do you think the tears are genuine or strategy?
Okay. So I've been asked this question a lot.
Oh.
And I think that so Vanessa on the outside world is such a strong personality.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen her cry this much. It could either be a strategy move that she's doing in the house, or that, the house is probably getting to her.
Right.
I mean, I can't imagine being locked up, not being able to talk to anybody in the outside world, and having people gang up on you. I mean, I'd cry too. You know what I mean? So it's just very hard to know if it's actually a strategic move, or is it because, she's getting a little bit emotional being locked up in the house.
I'm sure it's probably a little bit of both, honestly. Like, I can imagine how isolated they must feel in there. And again, I would be all about using any tool I had. So if I was missing my girlfriend and that made me want to start crying, I'd be like, oh, this crying is going into my game. Here we go. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. I think I'm sure it's probably a little bit of both.
I mean, I know that in the outside world, she's so, she's tough. I mean,
mm-hmm.
I would say I cry more than her, so, and I would say I probably cried twice this whole summer. So she's just, she's very tough.
Yeah, I think she said that. I think she said that she's not a crier, that this is so weird for her that it's totally different. And again, this house, people, it's not real life. It's not real life. In real life, you get to talk to your family, talk to your friends, play a game, listen to music. It's not so. It's, I think, a lot of stress. Cody P in the chat room says, Queen Mel, you're now queen. You're Queen Mel.
Woo!
Which godnessa HOH week has been your favorite so far? I think this is a Vanessa fan.
Which HOH?
Which HOH? Which week when Vanessa was the HOH was your favorite one to watch?
Well, I really enjoyed not this one that she was, the one right before where she read my letter and she was so unsure if I still loved her. Oh. And I sort of, the prior weeks to that, she was so sad. I hadn't seen her happy, and when she won that HOH, she was reassured that I loved her. I was still there for her. You could see that how happy she got, and it gave her a boost, and a boost to get all the way till the end.
Yeah. Now, speaking of, but not really, we saw that you were tweeting out pictures of you and Derek together, hanging out. Now, I'm all about this twosome because I've been saying that I feel like Vanessa is a more emotional, she's playing a more emotional Derek game. Now, I would love to see these two in All-Stars, and I'm not convinced that he wasn't working on a preseason alliance with you, and that's why you guys were together. But what did you guys do together? A lot of people are asking that too.
Well, so we have a mutual friend in common, mm-hmm. and he basically told me he was coming to Vegas, and he was coming to Vegas with Derek, and he would have loved me to, that we both meet. And so we met on the Strip, and we went out, and I love Derek. What a nice, genuine guy. And I never thought I would actually get along well with him, but I was very shocked, and everything positive to say about him.
Derek's good. Derek is definitely Derek is good. He's one of the genuine people that really care about people in general outside the game. Al Bancy Love says, what do you think about Meg? She was in the house. She liked to eat the gummy products. She was sleeping a lot.
I actually think first off, I'd like to say that, if I was in the house, I would have definitely aligned with different people than what Vanessa aligned with. Just because we're two different people.
Okay.
And I would probably think that, Meg is more my type of personality, type of friend. I thought she was, very funny. I thought that, she brought a lot of humor and was always so jolly all the time. And those are the people I usually like to hang out with. So I liked her on a personal level. I think she's a great person. I don't really know her, but I think her game was just a little bit, to lay back, but she laid back a little bit too much.
So then is Meg one of the people that you would have aligned with if you were in the game then?
I personally think so, yeah.
Okay, that's why you're not allowed to play the game. Vanessa got this right. That would be a horrible choice, Mal. She slept the whole time. She performed for gummies.
I wouldn't have made her sleep. That's the issue.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay.
I would have been at James and go in the bed with her. I would have been, let's go do something. Let's talk. Let's.
James is going to be very happy to hear about this scenario.
I know, but to be honest, I actually love James too. I think he's such a funny character.
James is great. James is great. Ronzel says, do you like Austin's game?
I'm not a big Austin fan in general.
Okay.
Nothing,
The majority is with you.
Yep. But to make it this far, and he didn't get, he wasn't nominated until day 70 or whatever. I mean, his game has to be kind of good. He's just sneaking his way around in there, and people are just not seeing him on any way as a threat. And he is a great liar. That's for sure. But yeah.
I think that Vanessa controlled a lot of his game. A lot of his game. So it's hard for me to give Austin a lot of credit. I'm
not giving him a lot of
credit.
No,
I know you're not. I'm saying on behalf of me, I'm not going to give him a lot of credit. I did respect that he knew enough to dial Vanessa down though this week in the last episode. He kind of controlled that situation a little bit, which I also think was to Vanessa's benefit. When he didn't want her to go through so many scenarios and get so worked up about everything. That was the first time I kind of saw Austin actually do something, let's say, without Vanessa telling him to.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting. What are your thoughts on Liz?
I really loved watching the twins go, and I thought they have such a great humor. Until they started insulting, our relationship, Vanessa and I's relationship, I was a little bit disappointed in that. I have nothing bad to say, but at the same time, it was just very uncalled for. Yeah.
I think I'll say this. I said it to Steve's mom. I say it to everybody. I know it's hard. And I you know what? I don't know because I don't know what it's like to be a family member watching on the outside. I'll just say from all the years doing these shows, I think people just say things they don't mean in that house because they have no other way to blow off steam. And I'm going to hope that after the show is over, they'll apologize and it'll all work out. And I
hope so.
I think they will. I think you'll be surprised. Okay. What Queen Bad Seed on Twitter and in the chat room wants to know, what is your favorite Vanessa moment from this season? And what's your least favorite Vanessa moment from this season?
That's a good question. Well,
how about the video? How about the video? Did you like sending her the video, when she got to watch?
I definitely did. I loved, her reaction, and that's another thing that gave her a little boost. That was good. That was a good positive thing. I just the least thing, I think it was a move that could have been maybe a mistake, maybe not. I don't know why she did it. Was not to evict Liz instead of Julia. I thought that was I was kind of confused with that,
We all were.
But yeah, but there must, like I've been telling people, Vanessa's always 10 steps ahead of everyone. She's a genius, and she, whatever she's doing has got her where she is right now.
Right.
So, there must be a reason behind it. So, that would probably be my least, I was like, whoa, what are you doing?
Right. All right. Yeah. Well, now speaking of that video, a lot of people are convinced that there was code in the video. We see Vanessa talking about code all the time, and there's code in Austin's letters. I saw some people say, I wish I could remember it exactly, but there was the black dog and the white dog, and that meant good and evil, and you had your hand on the white dog as paw, so that meant, I think this is just the Vanessa thought processes getting in people's head, but was there code? Good.
No, I don't know why she's thinking there's codes in everything. We specifically made it clear before leaving, there's going to be absolutely no codes between her and I. If she wins the game, she wins the game fair and square, without, any outside help. She specifically said, do not send me any codes. But me holding the dogs, I can't spray paint my dogs, so one's black and one's white, and that's the way it's going to be. And, there was just nothing, no codes. Actually, that didn't even go through my head about even sending, a code. My intentions were just to, light up her day and put a smile to her face.
I think you did. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that I feel like Vanessa's always looking for that in everything, and then I just was like, oh, good, we're getting a Mel video. We got to look for the code.
There was absolutely no code.
I know what one of them was. Somebody said because of the way you were sitting, I know they can't see me, but that you were in the shape of an A for Austin, which meant she should be going after Austin. I like that one.
That's actually really smart. I actually didn't. The reason why I was sitting like that is because my lab actually has a injured paw. And so she couldn't sit, so they had to be laying down. And so I wanted to be able to basically wiggle their paw and say hi as fast as I could. So I had my arms already ready. So, I'd be able to do that move. And no, I was not doing an A. But okay, that's actually smart.
Yeah, that would have been smart. Leah is the beast in the chat room wants to know, is Vanessa kissing her ring in the diary room your, not code, but your message of I love you back and forth to each other, the way we kind of see everybody doing?
Yep, it is. It's our connection, I feel every time she does it, it just brings a smile to my face. I know she still loves me. And, that's just, actually, we didn't speak about that beforehand either. She just decided to do that, which I found was really, really cute.
Oh, I love it. I love all the little messages back and forth. What do you think? A lot of people in the chat room are asking this. What do you think of the way Austin and the twins have been talking about Steve, specifically about, let's say, bullying him? Have you seen that on the feeds? Do you know what they're talking about, or you haven't really seen that?
No, I actually don't know. I think a lot of people in the house sort of, bullied kind of Steve in a way. I've never seen it from Vanessa personally, because Vanessa is not the type to go and, for me personally, I've never seen Vanessa bully anyone. She's just very straight up,
right.
And and Steve is definitely the type of person who she would actually be friends with in the outside world. So she's definitely connecting on a real friendship. But for Austin, Liz, and Julia, I've actually never seen it. really happen. But yeah, I can imagine.
I think people speak, or I know, chat room's gonna give me shit right now. So I'm gonna say it this way, and this is my defending of Vanessa in this, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree. I know a lot of people are saying, but what about when Vanessa went to Steve and was like, you're an a-hole, da-da-da-da-da. I don't necessarily think that is bullying, because that only lasted that conversation, and it's because she thought he betrayed him. So you don't consider that bullying?
Okay, so, I was definitely really shocked in this whole, scene that happened with Vanessa and Steve. I know Vanessa had no intentions of, specifically bullying Steve in that situation at all. She just wanted to, get her facts straight. And I think it just, she was in shock that, she just found out that he was sort of playing her, and she was really, really upset. And when Vanessa's upset, she's just, she kind of blows up, but just like everybody else does. And
right.
I'm pretty sure that's why, they reconnected very fast afterwards and everything was okay, just because that's not her to be that mean.
Right. I'm not going to make a PSA. I don't like when people call bullying, and I'm not including the Austin and twins stuff in this. And granted, do I see everything on the feeds? No, but I didn't like when people used that. Did I think it was wrong? Yeah, I did think it was wrong of Vanessa to go so hard at him in that moment. But do I think it was bullying? No, I think that is not a great example of bullying at all. And like you said, they worked it out moments later. And I'm also not convinced that it wasn't part of Vanessa's strategy to put distance in between them, which she also said after the fact. And,
well
like we saw Dan do with Danielle, he knew if he would have told her the plan right away, he wouldn't have got the reaction he needed to sell it to people of her crying so much. And I know Vanessa knows this game inside now, so she might have been thinking that. I think there's a lot. I'm looking forward to hearing what Vanessa's thinking about a lot of stuff as it.
I have a lot of questions myself, too. I mean, I've been, writing a lot of questions for her. And, there's just a lot that, happened throughout the summer that I was like, okay. Let me ask her this. Let me ask her that. So I'm going to have a lot of questions myself.
All right. Well, we're going to need you to get it on film. We're going to need you to get all these answers.
Okay.
Would you ever consider playing Big Brother? I see a lot of people asking, now that you have seen what it's like and what Vanessa went through.
To be honest, no, I wouldn't, just because I personally think that I have a very, very strong, I have a really bad attitude sometimes, okay? And I guarantee you that bad attitude would get me through week 1 and 2 max. And, it's just, I'm not that strategist that Vanessa is. I wouldn't see myself playing that. And plus, this is Vanessa's thing. She shined on it, and, we'll do something else together. I don't need to, follow her along to the next seasons and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't blame you there, but I will say you're perfect for Amazing Race. They want lots of fighting. And exploding, and you could possibly be newly engaged. And, that's it. So, but then it could be a bad edit. No, maybe you don't want to. Tiana Og says, Mel, have there been any moves of Vanessa's that you have disapproved of?
Yeah. So the only move that I was kind of icky about, I was the one, of her evicting Julia,
right,
over Liz, and that would probably be my only thing that I've seen so far that really was a big shocker to me.
Okay, we're going to go back to that, but I just want to say Princess Glammy says, just want to say Mel's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Did you think it was a smart move for Vanessa to win this week's, or last week's HOH. Do you think that that was good for her game, or do you think it was bad for her game? From what we know now. I know there's no way to really know.
I would say it was very 50-50. The reason being is that I think that if she wouldn't have won this HOH, Austin and Liz would have definitely, targeted Vanessa. And I think that, Steve and John would have targeted Vanessa as well. She's the only one, that's not in a couple. And so, I mean, they were heading there. Liz and Austin were actually saying, oh, let's go tell John this and let's go tell, this and that. So it was already starting until Vanessa became HOH. Then the target was elsewhere. But I think that Vanessa, it sort of put her in a lot of trouble. But at the same time, I think it kind of saved her to go to Final Four.
This is like the number one question I want to ask Vanessa, because I felt the opposite. I felt like Vanessa was sitting pretty. She was in the middle of two couples that both needed her vote, and they were going to go after each other and use her vote. So I would love to know. I mean, and we'll see. It seems to have worked out. Fingers crossed. We'll find out in about, 10 minutes. The way this is all going to play out. So we need to start wrapping up. But a lot of people want to know, how did you meet Vanessa?
Well, we met in Montreal, where I come from, Montreal, Canada. We met on an online dating site. And the reason being for that is because, a lot of lesbians are, I would say, butch.
Okay.
If you go in the outside world, and this is how you get to know that they are actually lesbians. And for me and Vanessa, we are the type of girls who like more, girly girls style.
Right.
So, and so you can't go to any straight club, any straight anything, and, know who's gay or not.
Right.
So, I think the easiest way was to go on an online dating site. So that's what we did. And we met, and from that moment on, we hadn't spent, for a whole year, we did not spend 1 minute away from each other.
Well, that is a very lesbian stereotype, isn't it?
Yep.
That is what people, I will say, in the beginning of the season, when I heard that, I was like, oh no, Vanessa's not staying past 2 weeks. They're not going to be separated that long. It's not going to happen. And then you did. And then you did. And then Vanessa has become the best player ever this season. Ms. Don Draper wants to know, is there a mailing address for you and Vanessa, or is there a way that fans can send letters, support, just anything that they want? Do you guys have a P.O. box set up?
No, we don't, but I definitely will do that for her. I'm just going to let the whole thing happen, and, when she's out of the house, I will definitely ask her. I mean, I don't want to do it if she's not really, open to it, but I'm pretty sure she will be. I'm going to ask her, and I'll probably set it up for her. And you guys are all going to be able to send her all your love and support.
And you have to have a nice big Vegas meet and greet. We need that too.
Of course.
Okay. We're going to do 3 more questions. Just let me remind everybody really quick. We're going to be live tweeting during Big Brother. Are you going to be live tweeting during Big Brother, Mel? Are you going to be watching in the next 10 minutes, or you wait until it comes on in your time?
I'm watching.
Okay, good. Will you be live tweeting?
I don't necessarily do that.
Okay,
but,
good. Okay.
Yeah,
we will be live tweeting to watch Austin go. And so do that. And then when the show is over, we will be back right here again. We're going live again with Christine from BB16, and we're going to talk all about everything that happened during the show. So make sure you guys become a fan if you're not. Click on the button up there or the head with the plus so you guys get to become a fan. Okay. Tiffany B13759 wants to know, what did you think of Vanessa protecting Shelly so hard in the game? Do you think that was a mistake?
Not really. I think that, Shelly and her would have been a really good duo together to go further. Obviously, the whole showmance with Clay sort of like stopped that to happen. Mm-hmm. But if Clay wasn't really in the picture, I actually think that Shelly and Vanessa would have been really, really great together. I would have actually been really happy with Vanessa, Shelly, and Audrey together. Mm-hmm. That would have been the best like trio.
Yeah, that would have been a good trio. I just
three strong like girl personalities.
We need a woman winner for Big Brother. Like, it is time. And I have to say, I don't think it matters who Vanessa brings. If she has a chance to bring anybody to the final two, I really, at this point, do not see any way she doesn't win. I think if she owns her game, she can make a case to that jury that I hope is not going to be a bitter jury. I'm hoping it's not going to be a bitter jury. I am hoping to. But I think either way, there's going to be a lot of stuff. Okay, so chat room, literally thousands of people, has not stopped moving. Everybody just wants you to know they love you. Thank you so much for coming on. They love Vanessa. It was great seeing you. You're beautiful. You're amazing. They all love you. Is there anything you want to say to your fans, because they're your fans too, and Vanessa's fans? Floor is yours.
Well, I just want to thank you guys, for all the love and support that you guys have for Vanessa. I know that she will definitely appreciate everything you guys have said and done for her. And she will definitely interact with you guys. And if you guys have any questions, she's definitely going to answer them. And yeah, thank you so much for being so nice. I just love to see, people actually, it's after seeing all the hate going on, when you see all the love, it just really brings a smile to my face. And without all the fans out there, I would have probably never made it, like this. And
well, here's what I will say to that point. You now does not keep the chat room, which really stinks when you watch the playback, but over 600 people, guys, go tweet Mel and tell her that you love her so that she knows. She won't get to see the chat room. Tell you love her, tell you support her, tell you support Vanessa, and just do what I do, and just block the haters. Like Beast Mode Cowboy came in. Beast Mode Cowboy came into the room before, and I was like, oh, you're back in my room? Block. He won't be back anymore. He's not a fan of the gays. Sorry, don't enter my room. Bye, Beast Mode Cowboy. Go back to your closet. Anyway, so that is our show for today. Thank you so much, Melissa. Good luck. I hope we will see what happens. And we hope that you and Vanessa both will come back when the season's over.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. I'm just going to hang up so that nobody can see any of your information. And then I'll text you in a little bit. Bye, Mel.
Thank you. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye. Make sure that you guys become a fan. If you are not, like I said, we will be back with Christine after the show ends, 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. The feeds will still be blacked out. We will be playing games. We will be giving out prizes. We will be doing so much tonight with Christine at actually 9:15. But we all gotta go. We got 5 minutes into the show starts. I love you guys so much. I'm glad you liked the show. And we will talk more about it on the next show. Okay, love you guys, hope you had fun. Thanks for becoming a fan. See you guys soon oh my god, we're all gonna find out what happens together. This is so exciting. None of us know the spoilers. Okay, one of us does, but we're still gonna be surprised. Bye everybody, love you, see you on Twitter, bye.